Hey folks, today's video we're going to talk about week 4 recap of our high yield dividend portfolio, and this is 9 to 5 to freedom. My name's Alex. So glad you found this channel. This channel I talk about my career as electrical engineer. I talk about investing in real estate, stocks, and what I'm doing right now, I'm building a high yield dividend portfolio that's going to replace my 9 to 5. So glad you found this channel. Please stick around, give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Let's hop right in it, folks. Okay, so today we're going to discuss our end of the month portfolio for our high yield dividend account. So if you're new to this channel, I have lots of different videos about some of these funds that I'm doing. I'm doing weekly recaps and also some educational stuff around my career and things of that nature. Okay, folks, so this is the portfolio, and if you're new, again, check out my video where I do a full dive into each one of these funds. But high level, folks, we have some Yield Max funds, Cornerstone, Roundhill. We got JP Morgan funds. We have a USA fund, some a FEPI fund, and most recently, I've added a Curve fund for TSLP, which tracks Tesla and does covered calls on the Tesla stock. So lots of changes since last week. Wanted to cover everything we got going on. But right off the top, we'll just go over our total gains and losses. So we'll sort by that. As you can see, the Coinbase Yield Max fund is doing great. We're up 3% year to date. XPay, another one that's around 3% up. Roundhill, 2%. And as you can see, as we move down this list, we see our performance start to drop down. So some of the funds that we've seen some erosion is the YMAX fund, a little bit of the YMAG, and MSTY. Overall, not too bad. We're looking at a positive 0.28%. As you can see here, the balances on some of these negative ones are quite high. I have about $6,000, so we've seen 1.5% drop. But I'm happy with where we've been so far this year. So this is 1 month in investing. I started out with $12,000. Year to date, I have invested another $200. So total investment is sitting at $12,200. Okay, so what changed this week? Well, like I said, I added this Curve fund, TSLP. I'll pull that up for you. Okay, so this fund is projecting a 50% distribution rate for this year, which I know sounds like a lot. We're going to track it, see how it's doing. But you can see this is some of the breakdown that we have. Cost, we have the 30-day SEC yield. Here we can see the performance so far. This fund came out in October 27th, 2023. So it's been around for more than a year, which is good to see that. Started out at $25. We've seen a drop down to 18, and so far it has recovered positively, 23% up since its inception. And of course, paying out those dividends. So we're going to track this. We're going to see how it works out. Really interesting how this is going to do versus the Yield Max fund, Tesla. Okay, next. What do we have down here, folks? Well, this is the amount of margin that we used. Finally, after having this money sitting in this account for over 30 days, Fidelity has released the funds and allowed me to do margin. So what I did was about 24% margin on top of what I have invested originally. Okay, let's go into the next page, and this is going to be the dividend overview. This is one of my favorite ones because this shows me my performance, what I'm expected to see for the year, and then of course we see what the annual payout going to be. As you can see, if we sort this by dividend payout, the Coinbase Yield Max one is hovering at 131%, which is a lot. And as we go down this list, we are down to XPay, which is showing 6.6%. Now this one's supposed to be 20%. I don't know why it's taking a while to adjust to 20, but we're going to track that. Okay, so here again, we have pending activity. This is for our margin. And this is what I want to see right here, folks. Expected dividend payout of $4,951 this year. Now I'm getting these dividends weekly and monthly. We'll get into that in a minute. But this is going to generate $412 a month by having this account. Now we are going to owe some money for the margin that we're borrowing, which is about 12% that this margin is costing me. But overall, our performance projected is 30% for the year, which that means if we are making 30% and we're paying out 12% on that margin, we're going to have that margin paid out within a year. And what I did was I purchased 4 different funds. I've added $1,000 into CLM. I added $1,000 into CRF, the cornerstone. I added $1,000 into this Tesla play from Curve, TSLP, and I bought another $1,000 in XDTE. Okay, so as you can see, that position has increased. So that's where I went heavy on. And if you look at percentages wise, 50% of my account is in the YMAX, YMAG funds. And then we start to see the breakdown, CLM and CRF. Now, one thing about these CLM and CRF is that when you turn on your drip, you get to buy at the NAV, which you get another discount of 20 to 30%. And that's what makes these funds great, that you can't see really when you look at performance. Okay, so let's look at what has been some of the payouts today. Right here, folks, these are the payouts that I have received as of today. And I've added these up. Basically, I got $100 in dividends today. Now, earlier this week on the 27th, I received another $58 of dividends. So overall, we have received $158 of dividends this week, which is amazing. What's nice about margin is that we can snowball our accumulation of these shares so that we can grow a much larger dividend payout every month. Now, the target's going to be to generate $100,000 in dividends. I'd like that to happen this year. At this point, it seems like it might not be feasible, but I'm going to keep pushing on it. One of the things that I have in the plan for this year is to sell off some of my real estate, use the proceeds to invest into these funds so I can generate that truly passive income. If you like this type of information, or if you want to learn more about these funds or what I'm doing with real estate, or how I was able to scale my portfolio in real estate, please check out my other content that I have on the channel. I am sharing everything with everybody here, and there's lots of different tidbits of knowledge that you can learn, including here the latest video that I made of how I made a $700,000 within 5 years, and that's on my real estate portfolio. So please check that out. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Really looking to build this, to document our journey to leave that 9 to 5 to be financially free. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.